Like before MyEcon, you're looking at somebody firsthand that knows about bankruptcy, foreclosure, voluntary repossessions, bad credit, bad spending habits. After MyEcon, first strategy, brought in an extra $465 a month, got my credit score up from a 528 to a 730. I'm in the process of buying a new home. I've acquired 2 new rental properties, and I actually was able to get 2 much needed vehicles for me and my wife with a low interest rate, man, and life is great. Hey, what's going on, family? Hey, it is Tony back on Skill Sets to Assets. I got my girl, MK Melissa King. How you doing out there, sister?
I'm great. I'm doing just great. Glad to be back here with you.
Oh, man. Hey, it's so good to have my engineer on point, man. My engineer / creative marketing designer, Melissa. It is an honor to have you with me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You make me sound so important.
Also, hey, look, let's get down to business, man. So a lot of people have been reaching out to me. I posted $5 credit repair, and a lot of people come back and say, Tony, is this some type of scam? Is this some type of deal, or is it a steal? We're going to let y'all be the judge, right? So we're not going to hold y'all long. What we want to do is, if you guys saw the clip that we played before this video, that was me, y'all. Back in the day, your boy was in bad shape. I'm talking about foreclosures, bankruptcy, bad credit, bad spending habit, over $700,000 in debt. That was me, and I ain't proud of it, but that's what happened when the market started taking this spiral downturn like the pandemic. I know people out there struggling, y'all. We got something that can help a lot of people, especially with your credit. People are using credit cards because they didn't have emergency funds set in place. People are struggling. Some people don't even have a job right now. So hopefully we can provide some information that's going to help you guys understand how you can utilize this awesome system for $5. I'll say limited time, right? Limited time. So let's dive into a look. Matter of fact, let me allow my co-host to give you guys her story, if you don't mind, Melissa.
Okay. I'm a rags to, I ain't gonna say riches, but when it comes to credit, yeah, I'm a rag to riches story, because I mean, I started out, doing the same mistakes that all of us mistake with credit. When I was in college and I was working at Taco Bell and bringing home a whopping, $500 every 2 weeks. I was signing up for credit cards with a $5,000 limit, and they was giving them to me.
Right.
So I didn't have the Discover, I didn't have the store credit cards, all that stuff. No, I couldn't pay them cards off. In my mind, I felt like if I worked really hard, that I could stretch $500 to pay off all them cards. But you know how that story goes. So then, got out of school, started making some decent money. Decided, okay, it's time to fix it. I got to do what's right. I got to fix it. So I went and got these secured cards where they give you one more chance. You put this much down and we'll work with you, blah, blah, blah. Messed them up. So then I had to go right back to the drawing board. So I think around 2000 I think I was living in South Carolina, around 2007, 2005, I decided, it's time for me to reach out on my own and buy my own car. Because before now, my dad always, got the car and he did the finance part. So I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I go over to the car lot, they run my credit. I had a 591. And I'm like, look, I'm sitting there like, is that good?
No. Never good.
I didn't know nothing about the score system, right? So I'm asking the guy, I'm like, is that good? Needless to say, I left the car lot the way I came. Without a car.
Right.
So from that point forward, that's when I started trying to figure out, okay, what do I need to do to fix this? So, I keep working at it, and I start trying to pay some things off. Still hadn't ran a credit report, none of that stuff. I'm just trying to figure out what I think I owe and fix it. So it wasn't until later, years later, and specifically when I joined MyEcon, when I figured out what credit is all about, what they look at for credit, you know, all the things that I thought would improve your credit or mean something. Some of it was true, some of it wasn't, but you know, I can say, but for the richest part of the story, I can say that I shared with y'all, I think about a week ago, I ran my credit scores for all three agencies, and all of them were in the 800s. So
wow, that's good. That's great.
I redeemed myself, and I'm trying to keep it that way. I've been consistent for about 2 years now, so I'm trying to, you know, it's one thing to get a good score, but then if you have not learned from your mistakes, that good score can take back down again. And I think that's the most important part of our system, because we have a system that teaches you how to fix it yourself. You know what you're doing wrong when you do it. Instead of somebody else fixing it for you, giving you a fresh start. You didn't spend all this money, and then you go out and make the same mistakes you made before. Now, because you fixed it yourself and you walked through the process, you know at the time that you're making the purchases how that's going to affect the credit. So that's my story.
Okay. Hey, great testimony. Hey, I can tell y'all, here's how I see things now. Life happens.
Right.
Setbacks, you know, medical bills, you know, pandemic, you know, people lose their job. That's a way of life. But I can honestly say I came from a bad place with finances, and I can't lie to you guys. I actually paid somebody to fix my credit. And I can tell you, I don't know what they did. I don't know how they got or did what they did. And if I hadn't been in this business, I would have probably went back to where I was. But my mindset had changed, right? That if I got good credit, what can I do to keep it? And a lot of people don't have a clue about how to keep good credit, you know? So that's why the founder of this company created this do-it-yourself credit repair system, because it forces you to understand how the system works. You know, that's the bottom line. We are a creature of habits. So if you got bad spending habits, they will come back. But just understanding how credit works and doing it yourself and actually teaching other people how to do it, you're putting yourself in a great place, y'all. My skill sets and assets is, if you can learn something that a lot of people are struggling with, you created value in your life and to other people's lives. So what we want to do is share with you, giving you guys a little bit of access to about what we're doing. So Melissa, if you would, could you go ahead and cue the slides?
Okay. Hold on, you caught me right in the middle of trying to share.
Okay. Why you doing that? I just give people a little bit of information about it. Now, the credit repair system is a perk to becoming a My Econ business owner. The founder understands when you put value into this business, people want to join, not just to make more money, but to learn how to fix your credit or to learn how to invest. So this is just one of the bonuses and one of the perks being My Econ associate. So if you join today for $5, you're going to learn the valuable skill set of how to fix your own credit and to create value to the marketplace. So while Melissa's working on that, we just want to give you guys a little bit of insight about how this system actually works.
Yeah, I was just trying to, because we're on your channel, I was trying to go to YouTube and share it, you know, from my channel as well. But my computer is being a slow whatever, so I might have to just share it afterwards. Okay. Let's see here. Am I still here? Let's gotta try again. Give me a second. You know how temperamental these things are.
Right, absolutely.
Temperamental, and I'm gonna put it on who get the credit for real. The devil be trying to mess our stuff up.
That's right.
He don't want to see people with good credit. Okay, so let me see. Let me go to share screen, and Chrome tab, and we are going to go to my credit course. All right. Is it coming up?
It is coming up. If you would go ahead and just share a little bit of the topics on there so people can see that this system is real. You can actually take advantage of it.
Okay.
Limited time only.
Okay, so this system is called My Credit System, and what it is a crash course, basically, on how your credit works and how to understand everything. So the system has an introduction.
Oh, it kicked out. It kicked out again, Melissa.
Let me see. No, I keep saying. I'm telling you, it's the devil.
Ain't nothing but the devil.
He don't want us to win for real. Let me see. We ain't gonna give up though.
No, we can't give up.
Let me in the broadcast studio again. I don't want to attempt to share again. All right. And share.
Okay.
I'll keep your fingers crossed now. Okay, so as I was saying, this is the system includes okay, here we go. It comes with the introduction. There is a My Credit crash course. Then it goes into My Credit System, and it has modules that are not very lengthy, but these are important modules to help you understand and figure and make the right moves to fix your credit. So as you can see, it has 10 different modules, and it talks income shifting, and it gives you a summary. So here we are. Welcome to the My Credit crash course. This is the abbreviated version of the My Credit System. The crash course is with one purpose in mind: to deliver a do-it-yourself credit repair training that can teach individuals how to repair, rebuild, and maintain a great credit score. Okay. It goes on to say the crash course is not meant to replace the My Credit System. So in other words, this is not the whole shebang. This is just, giving you a sample of what you're going to be doing so you can kind of get an idea. It said it is recommended that you also review the My Credit System training in order to have a complete understanding of the credit repair process.
Okay.
And first we go down to step one. Step one says, pull your credit report. Okay, before you can begin to repair your credit, which I did not know initially, you must first know your credit score and what negative items are being reported. There are numerous websites where you can get your credit score and report. And I will say that once a year, you should be able to get all of them at least once a year for free. I do know that.
Right.
Okay. Here we have the annualcreditreport.com. This website, and here we go. This website provides free credit reports and is authorized by federal law. However, this website does not provide credit scores. So in other words, you'll get a chance to see what all you have on your report, but it's not going to give you that 3-digit score that you're looking for.
Okay.
MyFICO.com. This is a website that provides credit report from all 3 main credit bureaus, as well as FICO scores. They offer credit monitoring and monthly FICO score updates. For a detailed review of pulling your credit report from annualcreditreport.com, see Module 2 in the My Credit Report system. So these are your first steps to get you started. Goes on to step 2, freeze secondary bureaus. So before you begin disputing errors on your credit report, you are going to want to freeze your credit file on secondary consumer reporting agencies that contain information that the big 3 bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, use to verify credit data. There are 4 main secondary credit bureaus that you want to freeze your credit file report on. Once you freeze your credit file, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion will not be able to verify any data from these reporting agencies. And it goes on here to give you a list of what those 4 are. CoreLogic, Innovis. I never heard of Nexus.
I have.
And SageStream.
Okay.
A list of 50 plus consumer reporting companies are available for download below. So this gives you a PDF of consumer reporting agencies, something that'll be helpful in seeing what's going on with your credit picture. Step
Okay.
3.
Stop right there, Melissa. There's one thing I want to add in. As you guys can see, that everything has a video attached to it, and it also has specified links that you can click on to get a little more information about the process. And most importantly, you must go by the steps. The steps are very important. Like in step 2, once you freeze all of your activity, it doesn't allow anybody else to go in and put negative reporting on it while you're in dispute. So it's very important to take it step by step. I know a lot of people know that they can fix their own credit, but a lot of people miss steps. And when you miss these steps, it can put you in reverse. So you want to make sure that you follow this program to a T. Thank you.
Right. That's a good point. You don't want to skip step 3 and go straight to step 5.
Absolutely.
And throw yourself further behind.
That's
so
right.
Here, step 3 talks about checking for errors. The Fair Credit Reporting Act states that any information that is listed on your credit report that is inaccurate, outdated, or unverifiable must be removed from your credit file. Once you have your credit file, it is important that you thoroughly look it over for errors. There are several types of errors that can be found on your credit report. Download the file below for suggested errors to look for. So here's like you were talking about, these are some of the links that you can use to look for errors. And I will tell you this, I did experience errors on my credit report. And you know, things always happen at the worst time. When I was getting ready to relocate from South Carolina to Florida, when I got ready to go look for apartments down there, I just went ahead and pulled my credit report the night before just to kind of see what was on it, you know, and so that I would have a copy with me, because, you know, the more people that pull your credit report, you know, that starts looking like, you know, it can affect your credit score. So I wanted to go ahead and pull it and see what's on it, and have it in my hand for when I go down there to talk to the rental agencies to kind of give them an idea of where I was. Well, lo and behold, I pulled the credit report and I see all of this wrong information. They had confused me with a different Melissa King, and it ended up that some of the addresses were wrong, some of the former employers were wrong. It was just a mess. So I had to call the credit agency. I think it was on the Equifax report. I can't remember specifically, but it was only one. But because you don't know who the people are going to use to reference it, you know, so it was a really big headache, because I didn't do this until the day before. When I went to Florida the next day and started checking, I had to kind of explain to them what was going on. But so believe me, it was a big mess, and it taught me to stay on top of my report and make sure my information was accurate, because, you know, I was able to get those things removed, but it wasn't like something that happened overnight. It was a process. So I don't know how long that stuff had been on there, and had I not pulled it that day, who knows how it could have affected me with, you know, getting an apartment and everything.
Absolutely.
So that was one of my horror stories.
Okay.
Let's see here. Step 4, start the dispute process. Do not get intimidated by hearing the word dispute. As far as the dispute process, it doesn't have to be this, you know, dramatic as it sounds. It says the credit dispute process is one of the most challenging parts of credit repair. This is because you are not in total control of the outcome. In this step, you will learn how to work with the credit bureaus in removing negative items from your credit report. So don't let that scare you off, because you're going to have to, you know, dispute. Here is a download where it says identity dispute letter. So that would be kind of like what I had to do in my case. This letter disputes any incorrect identity data listed on your credit report. And we all know it's a small world. There are so many of us that have the same names. It's like when Tony and I were talking earlier, I've been having an issue with people not being able to pull my page up on YouTube, because there are so many Melissa King. So just like with anything else, when there's a lot of people with the same name, it's easy for information to get swapped around. So
Absolutely.
don't get discouraged by it. Just make sure that you can show that you are who you are. Because basically, I had to show them that I've never lived in those other states that were on there, and that I've never worked at those other jobs that were listed. And it's a process, but it can be done. Okay, the credit inquiry dispute letter. This letter assists in removing unauthorized credit inquiries. So, like I was saying, anytime somebody goes in and inquires on your credit, that can affect your score. Or if it's not going to affect it, a lot of times it'll say, this will not, look for that, because if it doesn't say that it won't affect your score, it will. Credit dispute letters 1 through 5. These are the verification, method of verification, original credit dispute, violation of FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, rights, and intent to litigate letters. Okay, we have a debt validation letter. Debt validation letters are letters sent directly to the creditor or collection agency. This letter exercises your right under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. This letter is different from the 4 dispute letters that are sent to the Credit Reporting Bureau. Next, we have a goodwill letter. This letter requests a creditor to remove a late payment because you've been a good consumer. Sometimes if you can plead your case that you were a good and loyal customer prior to an unfortunate circumstance, the creditor may remove late payments out of the goodness of their hearts. So in other words, like you could have a time, let's say it was a health thing, like you were in the hospital or something and you were late paying something. A lot of creditors, like they said, if you've been a person that's paid on time every month and you had this to happen, out of the blue, a lot of them will work with you on that.
Right.
I do know that. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The CFPB regulates the credit bureaus. You can file an appeal with them when you need help and need them to override a decision or lack of action from the credit bureaus. So I guess this is like when you need to take it to the next level with the credit bureaus, you contact these people and you file a complaint. And it's got a link for filing a complaint. It's got a link for filing an identity theft claim. The Federal Trade Commission, if you suspect you are a victim of identity theft, and we know that in this computer age and doing stuff online age is more prevalent now than ever before. It's nothing for somebody to try or successfully steal your identity. So if you suspect you are a victim of identity theft, you can file a claim and receive a recovery plan. Okay. State Attorney General. Attorney General duties include providing consumer protections from fraud, scams, and dangerous products, people, and situations, enforcement of judgments, and many other state government regulated issues. If your credit repair situation requires this level of escalation due to false or inaccurate information not being removed from your file, your state's Attorney General would be the office you contact. A lot of us probably didn't know that. The goal in this step is to go through the process and remove as many negative items as possible. You may not remove everything, and that's okay. Remove as much as feasibly possible and move on to the next steps. You don't have to remove all the negatives to build a good score. So in other words, just do the best you can with removing what you can. And what you can't get off, you can deal with that later. Okay, our next step 5 talks about credit utilization. Credit utilization counts towards 30% of your credit score. It is the scoring component that you have complete control over that can yield a massive increase in points towards your favor. So pay attention. This is something that you got control over. It's not something that your hands off on.
Right.
Your revolving credit utilization should never exceed 30%. For the absolute best scores, credit utilization below 10% yields the most in points for this category. So when we're talking about credit utilization, that's just basically how much credit you're using. So if they're saying to keep it below 30%, I guess you're gonna just have to do some cash, some cash exchanges for some things until you can get it down below 30% in order to see that credit score move up, and then you're able to get more credit and not have to spend as much cash.
Right. Hey, that's a good point. And let me add to what you just said. See, and this is no dig on any credit repair specialists out there, but there are some things that only you can be in control of. So it's like the point that we're pointing out right now and letting you know that you can fix your own credit and improve your scores if you understand how the system and the process works.
Right. That's exactly right. Okay, for detailed information on how to lower your credit utilization and pay down debt using the snowball debt elimination method, see Module 6 and the income shifting module in your My Credit system. And I'll tell you what, the income shifting is what really helps because it shifts money into your pocket so you can pay off some of those things that are valid credit issues, and you can get those moved off of your report. Step 6, build credit. The final step in the credit building process is to add good credit history to your report. As the negative credit history ages, it will count less against your score, and the new credit history will count towards your score. You know, every year that goes by, and you'll hear a lot of people say things fall off. While you're waiting on some of those negative things that you could not get removed to fall off, it's a good idea to start creating good credit by, you know, you may just want to open an account somewhere. And like, I know a lot of us got started doing jewelry stores. Furniture is another one. You know, get something small, pay it off on time, get some good credit activities on your report. Credit loan builder programs, Self and Credit Strong are listed as some credit loan builder programs. And if once you've have this system, you can click on the links and it'll take you to those so you can kind of see what they're about. Secure credit cards, Self Visa, no credit check, no deposit, must be enrolled in Self Lender Credit Loan Builder account for minimum of 3 months. So these are some of the secure credit cards that you can get. Chime Secure, no credit check. There's no minimum security deposit, no annual fee. Must have a Chime spending account. And I've seen those Chime commercials on TV because they're always bragging about they get paid on Thursday when everybody else get paid on Friday. So there you go. Open Sky, no credit check, $200 refundable security deposit, $35 annual fee. First Progress, there's no credit check, $200 refundable security deposit, $29 to $49 annual fee. And, you know, on these, I will say, because I've had to do these before, you know, I told you I did these and I messed up on these too. But for mine, I had to like put $300 down and then they automatically, I started out with debt, but it was, the purpose of it was to get a credit established and pay it off. There were some fees that I wasn't happy about. But if it's a case where nobody else is giving you any credit, sometimes you have to do what you got to do just to get it started again. Discovered is the last one. It requires a credit check, $200 refundable security deposit, no annual fee, convertible to an unsecured card, which means, I guess after a while, it goes from the status of being a secured to an unsecured. So it gives you here several agencies, and these, like I said, the ones near the top, they're not checking your credit. A couple of them, you don't even have to put a security deposit down. So keep those in mind when you're getting ready to start building. Okay, and then this link here, how to build credit paying your rent. And I have done this also. I'm not a homeowner. When I was looking to boost my credit report, Experian had a boost thing where you could take something like paying your rent, or I was paying my rent, I used my cell phone bill, things like that that I know I pay on time every month to add to my good credit report, you know, as a positive. And it says this file shows how you can convert your rental history into a trade line reported on your credit repair. So that's a good thing. If you're the type of person that's on time with your rent every month and you've been staying somewhere for 2 or 3 years, that's showing long-standing good credit. and that you may not have thought about. It says here, congratulations, you have successfully completed the My Credit Crash course. This was an abbreviated version of the 2-hour My Credit system, which offers much more detailed explanation in the credit repair process. For a deeper understanding, please refer to the modules found in the My Credit system. So like we said, this was just, and had we played the videos, it would have taken all of 20 minutes to go over these key points. You have the links there to click on, which will be self-explanatory or go into more detail when you click on the link. So all of this is vital information that you could pay somebody else. How much does it go up to? Like some people want thousands of dollars, right, Tony?
Absolutely.
So all of this is information that somebody else might charge you thousands of dollars to do, and then at the end of the process, they've done everything, and you still don't know what they did to fix your credit. Just to put you at a point where you're right back to where you were. Okay, so I've already back. I've taken that down, and we're back to us.
All right, Melissa, I want to thank you for sharing that information out to our guests out there. Like Melissa said, credit repair is a process. It's going to take 30, 60, 90 days. So if somebody charging you to fix your credit, they may not be in a hurry to get that done because it's a process, and that process is done by you on your own time with a lot less money. So what I want to do right now is to just give you guys a quick invitation to join for $5. We're offering that as a promotional deal. We know that the system works. It is packed with a lot of great information that you can apply right now, like today, to get started. And we wanted to share it. Melissa talked a little bit about income shifting, and literally what income shifting is taking money from the taxes and the debt, and being able to get cash flow positive to pay down on your debt faster. Most people that get into debt have a negative cash flow cycle. So if we can show you how to get that positive cash flow coming back into your household, along with you fixing your own credit, you'll never have to use a credit card. But credit is good to have, especially for large purchases.
Right.
The founder always talks about it. There's a couple of things that you never outsource, and that is your money and your honey, right? But
he does say that.
In some cases, you can loan your credit out to help other people build credit. Of course, we can talk a little bit about that on another side of the credit system. But today, and I think for the next couple of days, we'll be offering this $5 deal where you can actually take advantage of this awesome deal. Now, here's how this works, right? It's $5 for the first 30 days, and it's $4.95 a month, which is a tax-deductible expense if you become a MyEcon associate.
Say that again. Give me that price again, Tony, because you broke up a little bit.
Okay, the price is $4.95 if you join with us. What we're going to do is offer you a coupon for 15 off. We're literally paying it forward. If you guys want to join for $5 just to get a trial membership, it's explosive. You guys saw it for yourself. Follow the steps, and you can improve your own credit. So only till Sunday for me. I'm going to be taking Melissa. We're all working together. So anybody out there that's and ready to get started, just reach out to me at TonyClopton.com or put your name at the end of one of these feeds. Melissa, how can they get in contact with you?
If you're friends with me on Facebook, you can inbox me, or if you're on my page, just leave me a comment at Melissa King. I had to change my name to Melissa King, MyEcon, so you're able to find me easier on YouTube because it's just too many Melissa King. So now it's Melissa King, and then MyEcon out beside it. Okay,
great. Hey, let's go ahead and let people know if you're not willing to take the $5 deal, we do offer a one-time deal, which is $89.95 to get the complete package, and that's for just the Smart Money Kit, the credit system in itself. What we're trying to do is offer you the membership at a low cost and show you some other things that you can take advantage of, like the income shifting membership, the investment tips, and the just the whole system. It's a better value, but for those just want to do the credit repair only, you can pay the upfront cost of $89.95 one time to get your complete package and take your time and do the business, fix your credit at your own leisure.
That's true, and I think either one is a good deal. But to me, the more, like you said, value. You always want to look at cost versus value. Yeah, it would cost you, what did you say, $89.95 to just get the credit system only, and that would be good. But there's more value, in my opinion, because that's what I did. There's more value in getting the My Econ membership for $5 and paying the $34.95 a month, because not only do you get the credit repair, you get all the other many advantages that come from being a home-based business owner that we offer.
Absolutely, yeah. So
it's way more valuable, in my opinion, in the long run. $34.95 a month versus a one-time fee of $89.95. That's right. Just and speaking from experience.
Yep, and what we also teach is to turn your life into a business expense, right?
Right.
You know, even though you're paying the $5 to start and the $34.95 a month may be a bill to some, as a business owner, you'll be able to write that off on your taxes, lower your taxable income. And just like you sharing this information with other people, the company pays you compensation. So there's a lot of pluses for paying that $5 to get started, and the $34.95 a month. The value is there. We got to get past the cost. We got to stop trading our time for dollars. And we would love to have you guys come on as a business associate with us to help us ramp up and teach credit repair, to teach investing, to teach a lot of the other products and services like our travel membership. So we're not going to hold you guys long. Please reach out to any of us about the credit repair system. We love to get you guys started for under $5.
That's right. That is exactly right. And like you said, I think it's a good point that you mentioned when you first joined and you did the membership. And what was it that you said you brought home in addition after shifting your income?
$465, and that's without working any overtime on my job. It's just me correcting that W-4.
So that was a month or every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
Okay, so you're bringing home an additional $900 a month, but you're only having to spend to get that information and learn to do that $34.95 a month?
Yes, it's a win-win.
Need I say more? There's nothing more
Drop
to say.
the mic.
Drop mic, extra stage left. Because to me, that just sold itself, you know?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for letting me jump on with you, Tony. I'm sorry I couldn't share it when we first started, but best believe I'm about to go and share it now.
I know that. Absolutely. Well, thank you, Melissa. And you guys reach out to us and we'll be glad to get you guys started.
Exactly. Y'all have a good day.
Take care.
All right.